Welcome to this week's video. My name is Lynda Gaiao. Today we move into trait 26, which is sales and marketing. And there really is this power of persuasion that comes in here. Ultimately, the 26, which is connected to the willpower function, has this ability to manipulate the memory of individuals so that they are able to selectively remember what's happened in the past. And the reason for this is to persuade or to distract them from their fear, from whatever they are afraid of. The trait on the other side, which is trait 44, that's connected to the intuitive or the survival instinct, and that the fear that is there is the fear of the past, or the fear that whatever's happened in the past is going to catch up with you. So what the 26 does is it's able to blur the line between a truth and a lie. And the reason for that is it's able to take something, a possibility or a potential, and transform that into something that feels quite real, something that can be sold to the public or to someone else for a price. So they really are very natural salespeople, and part of what they do is that they exaggerate. They make some, when they're selling something, it's the absolutely best something of that type of thing that has ever been sold. And this ability to manipulate can really turn something into a potential that can be marketed. They are here to sell to their people and to be a part of that. So really, there's kind of like a bargain that goes in here. Yes, I'm going to sell you this, but I'm selling it to you because there's some kind of benefit for you, and then there's a benefit for me as well. And because the 26 is connected to the willpower, there is this ability to withstand rejection. Because whenever we're involved in the world of sales, there is always going to be people that are going to just say no to you. So there's a certain amount of rejection that can be withstood here. The 26 of sales and marketing needs to be able to set their own schedule. They need to work when it's healthy for them to work, and rest when it's good for them to rest. Because when we're thinking about the ego or the willpower, it's connected to the heart, and there is this pulse or this beat to the heart. The heart beats and then it takes a rest. It beats and it takes a rest. So this ability to work when you have the willpower to work, and then rest when it's time to rest, and to be rewarded in some kind of material way for the work that's been done, to be recognized for whatever you're doing for the team or for the tribe or for your community. It's really important when we come to traits that are connected to willpower to only make promises that you can keep. And because if you can't keep your promises that you make, what's going to happen is that you're not going to be able to maintain that influence that you have over people, because the trust will be broken down. The ego, the willpower, has this ability to transmit what the needs are, what the material needs are, and to convince people that certain goods or products or services are really essential to maintaining their well-being. They can be really great storytellers in a way that can be perceived from the outside as being a trickster or a hustler, or some way of fooling you into buying something. It's able to tell you what you're about to buy is the absolutely best thing that you're ever going to buy in your whole life. And that is kind of like its secret power in a way. And when it does come time, because it's tribal, so it's connected to this bargain, it's connected to support, it can absolutely be the best trait to stand up and fight for the interests or the needs of the tribe. And yeah, it's a super powerful trait. If you know of anyone in your life who has this trait 26, you probably see their ability to convince or persuade others into the benefits of a certain product or service or goods that are on offer, and it's quite interesting to watch it. When we have someone with trait 26 in the business context, so in a team, no business can survive or even thrive without sales. And so sales is a very crucial element to running a business. And you need people in your business that can persuade your clients that what you do is the best thing out there. And this doesn't have to be non-genuine or dishonest, but it's really highlighting exactly what the product does, exactly what the service does, and showing the benefits of that and how it can actually help somebody. If they buy your product or service, this is what they're going to get. So it's very crucial to have these 26s around to help you with that sales process. They're also great at knowing the balance between work and rest, because when I spoke about it earlier on, I talked about the heart and the beat and the needing for rest. So these people will say, hey guys, we've worked enough, it's time to have a break. So it's good. It's really good to have that balance between work and rest within a work environment. They also can be great at keeping their promises, so delivering on what they said they're going to do. And they can also be very convincing. So if you are struggling with a certain area in your team or a certain segment of your business where you're wanting to convince the team to innovate or to move into a certain direction, these people can be excellent at helping you do that. Because let's face it, if we stay stagnant, our businesses can fail. So we do need people to help us move in different directions by convincing us, by persuading us of the benefits of doing that. So this week, what I encourage you to pay attention to is looking at how salespeople are showing up in your life or how they have showed up in your life. Think about the best salesperson you've ever connected to versus the absolute worst salesperson. Did you feel manipulated by them or not? Because ultimately, if the salesperson is correct and they're doing this work from an authentic place, you won't really feel manipulated from a negative perspective. Perhaps you still feel manipulated, but the sense of they helped connect you to something that you didn't know was there, and that thing that they connected to you brought you a huge amount of benefits in your life. This is a great way to be manipulated, right? So we can think about the manipulation in terms of, does it serve the highest good or not? Because this trait's connected to the willpower, I'd encourage you to pay attention to any promises or commitments that come up this week and really tuning into, are those correct for you? Are you going to be able to keep those promises? Because when we don't keep our promises, trust in us is eroded. So just bearing that in mind. If you don't usually have this trait in your design, or even if you do, you may find this ability to convince or to persuade people is amplified this week, and just watching how that shows up for you. Are you able to maintain a healthy balance between work and rest? Because it's a heart organ that's connected here. We want to have a look at, are we working too much or are we not working enough? Where's that balance? And because this particular trait will stand up for the needs, stand up for the interests of the group, noticing where you're fighting for, standing up for other people in your life this week. Then sales in general, how is that showing up for you? Does it feel authentic? Does it not feel authentic? Is your sales message feeling authentic or not? Do you feel like you really connect to the message that you are sharing with your tribe, with your clients? And like with anything in design, we always need to connect into and follow our decision-making strategy. It's really crucial with anything we do. So if you're feeling this pressure around sales and marketing this week, just tune in. You know, is that pressure correct? Because if it's not, don't step into it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any stories to share around this particular trait, then please pop them in the comments below. Each week when the trait changes in the background frequency, I release a new video. So if you want to stay updated of that and receive notifications, then hit subscribe. Until next week, I hope you have an awesome one. Bye for now.